Hey YouTube, I'm back with another video. This is actually a response video to High Maintenance. Hi, High Maintenance. If you are watching this, hopefully you see this. Um, about light-skinned girls being mad at her now. I know this is one of her older videos from, yeah, from last year. But anyway, um, it was just, I've been watching her videos and there's some people that you watch for the content, like, you like the information that they're giving or whatever, and then other people you watch for their personality. It doesn't matter what they're saying. And I'm subscribed to a few people like that, and High Maintenance is one of them, because I love, she just keeps it real, no matter what she's talking about. She don't care. That's another thing I really like about her videos. I think that's one of the reasons why she's so popular. And by popular, I'm talking about her, not necessarily that people agree with her, but the fact that she has so many views on her videos on her channel. Cause I can't get enough. I can't stop watching her videos. I mean, she doesn't sugarcoat nothing. And I think that's awesome. And she made a good point in this video talking about how YouTube is a forum for people. At least I think it was in this video, whatever. Anyway, but she's talking about how YouTube is a forum for people to express their opinions or whatever. And she's totally right. This is not, you don't have to be PC on YouTube, because I've seen lots of crazy racist, homophobic, misogynist, whatever kind of bigoted videos on YouTube. There's videos on each end of the spectrum and everything in between. And I agree with a whole lot of what High Maintenance says in her videos. I haven't watched all of them or anything, or even close to all of them, because she has several hundred videos. But from what I have watched, and just seeing her personality come out in her videos, it's like, I can relate to, just how she keeps it real, and she doesn't really care about what other people think. And I relate to that personally, because I'm like, I'm going to do me no matter what. Because if I worried about what other people thought about me, I wouldn't have grown my hair out, okay? Because you want to talk about people getting mad at you, I can't tell you how many women have told me, like, oh, you need to cut your hair off, or like, you don't need all that hair, you're a guy, and all, you need to give me that hair and all this other stuff. So I was like, well, or even my mother. My mother would love for me to cut my hair and stop talking about hair. So but like, I really don't care. This is my hair. I'm gonna grow it out as long as I want to. And let me stop looking at my hair. But anyway, back to my point. But one of the things that reason I want to make a response video to her video was she was talking about her experience growing up, and about how it was being dark skinned with nappy hair, and it was so weird. I don't know where she's from, but I grew up in the Metro Detroit area, like in the suburbs of Detroit, which are still the suburbs that excuse me, the suburbs that I grew up in were primarily black. So it was kind of, growing up, I grew up with short hair, like most guys anyway. And my family is mixed up. Like, I'm not biracial in the, how most people understand the term or whatever, or mixed like that. Both my parents look like me. Both my parents are black. But my family is mixed up. So I have people that look white but aren't. And then I have people that look like they just came from Africa. You know what I mean? So and everything in between. So for me, my definition of black growing up was very different. I know now it was very different from most people, even most black people, at least in this country. And so I grew up thinking I just looked black. And my whole point is, like, when I went to college, I went to college in Texas, and it was a different experience. I realized real quick that I grew up kind of in a bubble. Um, 'Cause like I said, I grew up in mostly black suburbs of Detroit, and I was just me growing up. I didn't have to worry. People didn't ask me if I was mixed or if all this other stuff. I was just me. But when I went to school in Texas, I went to a predominantly white school. But I thought, the black community, since it was small, we'd be close knit. But every other person I met that was black, it seemed like they were asking me, "Oh, what's your dad? What you mixed with, or is your daddy white?" And I was just like, "Huh?" Because never in my whole life up to that point had I been questioned like that. And this is before I grew my hair out, so it's not like I had all this big curly hair or whatever. Um, but it was just kind of bizarre to me because I thought, like, oh, I'm black, I'll be accepted, by the other black people, and I'll feel comfortable around them. But they made me feel everything but comfortable. It was kind of weird because I was looking forward to meeting other black students at school and everything. And I met some cool black students, and we became real good friends, whatever. And this is not to say like I actually didn't have a whole lot of white friends in school, which is I didn't realize that till like the end. But like I didn't feel real comfortable until I found like my mother's from Jamaica, and when I met the other Caribbean students, then I was accepted just for being me. And then they would ask like maybe where my family is from, like what island or whatever. But and of course people are gonna ask me if I'm mixed or whatever, or what my heritage is and stuff. But after you actually know me, then I don't really care. But you just ask me that, you don't even know my name, and I say, "Hey, my name is," and you're like, "Hey, what you mix with?" I'm like, why is that more important than my name? Like, I never really got that. Like, what? So it was just kind of weird to me. But it was just interesting hearing her experience, and how different it was from my own. I guess it depends on where you're from. And she's talking about how she grew up in the hood. I didn't grow up in the hood. One, and where I grew up, it was common to see black people of that were light skinned, dark skinned, brown skinned, everything in between. And that could all be one family. You know what I mean? So that I didn't stick out as much as being different from other black people as when I went to Texas, where most of the black people I met were darker than I was. So it was just, it was a different experience. But like I said, I really, I love watching her videos. And I just thought I would say something, because this video, I was watching her other videos, and I was like, man, I should say something. But once I saw this, I was like, okay, let me say something on this video. So if you have any other, if any input or respond with what your experience has been, if you're black or even if you're not, because I just find it interesting to have this kind of conversation. And so, like I said, I love high maintenance videos. I love that she talks about everything. It's almost like a journal entry or a diary entry or something like that, because she's sharing so much of her own personal life, and it's just raw and unedited, and she just gives it to you how it is. And I wish more people did that. Some people feel like they have to have perfect videos, everything has to be edited, and you have to use all these special effects and music, and some people's stuff just speaks for itself. And that's the reason I made this video, because high maintenance, her videos, they don't need any of the extra stuff for people to watch them and enjoy them. At least that's my take on it. Anyway, I hope you all got something out of this. Alright, bye.